All right, so the truck is finally going to the frame shop at Fixit Auto, and it's gonna get the bed repaired and then the fender realigned and the hood. The hood was hit right here in a corner, and I believe the hinges got bent pretty bad, so I did order new hinges. They came in not painted, so that's what they look like. I'll probably just paint them later, or I don't know, if that doesn't rust, I don't really care. You can't even see them. So the fender's good, everything is good here. They're gonna realign everything and make sure that my frame is all good, make sure that it's all adjusted properly and welded over there. And then after that, it's gonna go to alignment, and if everything checks out with alignment, it's gonna go to the paint shop after that. But that's what it looks like at the moment, and it's going straight to the frame shop as we speak. I was gonna tow it, but figured why not just drive it. Cross my fingers, and hopefully I make it. Let's go. It drives good, besides the alignment being out of whack, so probably shouldn't go over 100 for sure. Just kidding. I'm gonna be traveling at the safe speed. I mean, it drives straight, but the steering wheel is crooked. Look, I just let go and it's driving straight. So I mean, I did replace the steering rack and the tie rod end and all that, because the steering rack that I got from the junkyard, the tie rod end was cut. They couldn't remove the ball joint, so they just cut it off. So I had to reuse one of my tie rod ends from the good side. The inner tie rod ends are the same. So it drives good. I'm pretty happy with it. The only lights I have on is the TPMS light, which I still need to program the tire pressure sensor and the new wheel that I got, new used wheel. And also the airbag light is on because of the driver's seat belt. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna get it rebuilt or just buy a used one or something. I think the price is about the same, so I'd probably just go with the used one, so we'll see. Also today I got a GPS screen off eBay. I've always wanted to try one of those. It's like a 10-inch screen that goes right here with the new trim, so it looks original, and it has like Bluetooth and you know, the maps and everything like that. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I just wanted something here mostly for the backup camera, because as I don't have a screen here, I do have a backup camera, which is a small one up here in the mirror. I kind of don't like that. I want something bigger for backup camera, and I think I could hook those up. Supposedly that kit comes with all the wiring to hook it up like that. So well, we'll just see how it goes. There's some spare parts there. There's my hinges there, and the axle is still not in because well, it's in the back seat. I didn't put it in because the guys are gonna remove the lower control arm and all of that, and they can just pop the axle in for me. So hopefully in a day or two, this thing will be going to an alignment shop and getting aligned, and after that it's just paint, and then I can start finally driving this thing. I'm really excited about it. I know it's an older truck. I was even thinking maybe to remove the supercharger off my Shelby GT350 and just put it on here. I know this one's got 140,000 miles on it, but I mean, big deal. If this engine blows, it's cheaper to replace this engine than it is the Shelby engine. I could buy 4 of these engines new, or I could buy 1 engine for the Shelby. Like, the price is insane on the Shelby engine. So I mean, this engine runs strong right now. The rear main seal is leaking like crazy, so that'll be the first thing I tackle once it's painted. The second and third thing is going to be like all maintenance, all fluids, and that's it. I mean, spark plugs and stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned for the next part of this video. So it's only been a day, and I got my truck back really quick, and Fixit Auto hooked it up. As you remember, this whole bed was smashed, and look at that. It doesn't even need paint. These boys hooked it up. It doesn't even need any body work. You just paint it straight up. And they fixed this cab corner a little bit, and the door had a little bit of damage, so they fixed that up. They realigned the fender, which is perfect now. I just need to reattach the fender flare, and the hood is aligned perfectly. They didn't even change the hinges, they made it work. And that's the cool thing about these boys is technically, you know, oh, more importantly, the frame stuff is all straight. Haven't got alignment yet, but that's on schedule next. But that's the thing about these boys is you need to check them out, because technically that bed needed to be replaced. At the very least, that bed skin needed to be replaced, but they saved it and it looks really good. Also, most people would just replace the frame. I feel like that was not a good enough reason to replace the frame. Replacing the frame is a lot of work, and I always try to save parts as much as I can. Parts and money, because if you're buying a wrecked truck or car and you know, you're replacing everything, especially if you get all these parts new, it's gonna come out more than the truck is worth, or car, and what's the point of doing that? So by doing this, you're actually saving time, money, everything, you know. So I mean, it looks really good. The bed, very happy with how these guys did it. I'm not gonna say the price on this labor, but I will in the future videos. I'm gonna have the price reveal on everything, how much everything cost me with this truck. So far it's looking like it's gonna cost a lot, but I need to add things up. So next stop, paint shop. Actually, I'm gonna get alignment next week and then take it to the paint shop. I'm gonna drive it there. Today I had to tow it because I had no ride. So thanks to my wife for letting me use the tow rig. Hopefully this is the last time I need it. Thanks. Finally heading over to get alignment. Hopefully they can get this wheel straightened out. I got an interesting message on the dash. It says check fuel fill inlet. That's so weird. I've never seen that before on Ford vehicles, but also my wipers just randomly turn on. It's kind of weird. Battery's brand new, so I don't think it's an electrical problem. Also hearing some bearing noise. I think the front right bearing might be bad. I did get it used with the knuckle, so it's possible that it might be bad. But at this point, I just want to get the alignment decent to where, you know, the steering is going to be straight, and I want to make sure that the frame is straight, and then after I get new tires, I'll get it realigned again just in case. But it's interesting. It says check fuel fill inlet, and it says click OK, and when I click OK, it doesn't clear anything. I can't wait till this truck is actually done all the way and is flawless. I mean, it drives straight. Like I can let go, and it drives super straight. So I don't know. Let's see what the alignment guys say. All right, truck is ready to go to paint. I took the front bumper off, the rear bumper off, and the wheel well, not the wheel well, fender trims, can't even think of what it's called, whatever. Took all that off because I want to get it rhino lined while the truck's up paint, and so once the truck is back in about a week, maybe less, it's gonna get everything put back on. Alignment's been done. Headlights are gonna get refinished as well. They're gonna get sanded down, buffed, and clear coated. So it's looking good. I have the new side steps I'm gonna rhino line as well, and the, oh man, I forgot about this. Guess I have to get this painted too. Crap. Okay. Yeah, and I got this piece in too. So once it's back from the paint shop, it's just assembly time, and then I can start driving it. So let's roll. So while my truck is at the paint shop and I'm waiting for a few days, I figured I'll spray the front rear bumper and the fender flares with this Raptor liner that I have. I've had this stuff for probably at least 2 to 3 years. I sprayed the front bumper and the skid plate on my 2011 Raptor back then, and it came out pretty good, and I have 2 bottles left, so hopefully the stuff is still good. This kit I got off Amazon, I believe, and it came with 4 of these bottles, and I think 1 was plenty for what I was doing, but I opened the second one and basically it dried up. Like if you don't use it, it dries up and you throw it away. It also comes with a gun, a spray gun. So I already have everything sanded and degreased and taped up. I was too lazy to take the front bumper apart, take all the trim off, so I taped it up. But I think it would have been faster just to take it apart. But whatever, it's done now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying it and see what happens. It's cold outside, so I got it here in the garage. Let's see how it turns out. So instructions are pretty simple. You fill, you shake. That's in a different language. You fill, you shake, and you shoot. That's easy. And I'm gonna try to do just one thick coat, maybe two. We'll see how it goes. I still have some side steps that came in. I just don't know if I'll have enough, so I didn't even prep them. So if I have enough, I'll get those painted. If not, I'll just get them later. The side steps already come powder coated, but I've had experience to where they start rusting within a year. So I just want to go ahead and get those rhino lined as well before they rust. They're brand new. Alright, so I'm not 100% happy with the way it turned out. I don't know if it was because this stuff is like 3 years old, or maybe the gun was clogged. If you don't clean that gun good from the first time, I guess maybe it doesn't spray well. Or maybe my compressor is just can't keep up with pumping air. It's just a 20-gallon compressor. So I don't know, the front bumper turned out decent, I guess. And then when you go to the rear, it feels like it was spraying too thick. So I don't know. I mean, it's all one color now, and it's rhino lined, so the flares turned out okay, I guess. Could be worse. I mean, I think as it dries, it's not as rough looking, because I sprayed these last and these look pretty rough still, but the front bumper was the first one I sprayed and it's actually not as rough. So I guess as it dries, I just don't remember. It's been a while since I did it last time. Whatever, it is what it is. There's no going back. So let me start peeling it off just so it doesn't dry, and we'll see what that looks like. So it's been a couple of days and I got the truck back from the paint shop. It's all been painted. Not all of it actually. This whole side like I talked about. This piece that I scratched already in transport, it was in the back of the truck. And up here, these dents were repaired from someone trying to get in to the truck with the keys locked in. But so at this point, all I have to do is reassemble it, put the bumpers on, put the headlights in. The headlights came out great. And once again, this was done at Roman's Custom Garage in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They do amazing paint work. As you can see, it matches perfectly. The hood was not painted, but the fender was, and you can't tell the difference. I didn't get the hood painted because of this you know, there was just this one dent I didn't want to paint. The less you paint on the truck and you keep the paint original, the better, because it doesn't matter how good you paint, it'll never be the same as original. So I like to keep it as original as possible. So I have the rear bumper over there, I have the front bumper here, I have the fender liner, and I have all the fender flares. They're all rhino lined, and the bumpers are as well. So I'm gonna slap them in and start driving this thing around, I guess. Let's do it. So the truck is coming together nicely. Basically the front end is done. I did scratch this bumper more. I'm having the worst luck with this bumper piece. I couldn't find a new one for a good price. They're like $600 at the dealer and on back order. So I ended up fixing it, and now I scratched it yesterday in transport because it was in the back of the truck, and then just now with the bumper installation. I guess the paint is still fresh and I was a little rough with it, so that's what happens. But the crazy thing is, when I was driving it back from South Carolina, which is about an hour away, this thing died on me a few times on the road. Like it died on the red light once and barely restarted, and then it died again on the highway, but then it restarted itself. So the common problem in these in 2010 through 2014 is the fuel pump module fuse, or the fuel pump fuse, which is number 27 in this fuse box under the hood. Now looks like this guy already had problems with it, because as you can see, this fuse is not the right fuse in here. It's supposed to be a 20 amp and it's supposed to be flush. It's a little tiny fuse. It looks like his original 20 amp fuse was melting already, which is a problem, and he had a bad connection, so he just stuffed a random fuse in there and got it going. So a lot of, maybe when I hit a bump or something, it gets a loose connection, because if I pull this fuse out, you won't be able to see, but it's all melted in there. So it's a poor connection for sure, and that is why it's shutting off on me. And then I get a fuel pump code, short circuit, and once you clear the code, it restarts again. But I keep having this problem. So I did some research, and obviously there's already a fix from Ford for it. You relocate this fuse to one of these fuses, which is number 70. That's an open spot. There's already a terminal for the positive. All you have to do is, I got the kit off Amazon. It hasn't delivered yet. It's supposed to come in today, but all you do is you pop this fuse box, you flip it on the other side, you find the wire from this one. I think it's blue and red, but just make sure you match it with this spot, because there's a few blue and reds. So make sure you get it from this point, number 27. So you snip it, you put a terminal, the little wire that comes in the kit, it has a terminal for one of these bigger wires, and all you do is you just stuff it in there, and it comes with a 20 amp fuse, but it's a bigger fuse like that, and supposedly fixes the problem. So it's an easy fix. It was like 15 bucks for the kit off Amazon. You could probably get it cheaper somewhere, but I wanted it next day, so I got it that way. And I'm sure if you have a terminal like that laying around, or a fuse box laying around, you could just get your own wire, snip it out of there, and that's actually what I'll do. I think I have a fuse box. Let me go look. So I do have a parts car here in the back, and it's a Ford Focus, and it looks like it does come with these type of fuses. The lowest one I see is a 25 amp, but so if the package gets delayed from Amazon today for any reason and I want to drive the truck, that's what I'll do. Is I'll just take this fuse box apart, get my terminal out, slap it onto spot number 70 on my F-150, and probably use a 25 amp fuse. Won't hurt. I don't think. Let me know in the comments. Actually, here's a 20. There's a 20 amp right here, so never mind. Yeah, so I'll just do that. That's plan B. I wish I would have thought of this yesterday before I ordered it, but it is what it is. It's good to have extra parts. This clip set right here from Amazon is actually awesome. It has different size clips, and there's like 3 trays of it, so there's all kinds of clips. And if this kit doesn't have the right clip, then you don't have the right car, I guess. Alright, so this thing's pretty much complete on the outside. Everything is back in place. I will get some touch-up paint and touch up my mistakes here, and probably that grill that I had to glue. I didn't want to buy a $600 grill because of a crack. It's an older truck. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do like the way the fender flares turned out with the rhino lining. There's still some work to do on it. Like, I want to change the wheels. I want to go with some Fuel aftermarket 20x10 wheels on this thing, and then also I have the side steps that I actually want to rhino line, and then put them on. So I'll have that. This thing had some broken tabs, so I went ahead and put some sealer on it and taped it down so it holds it down. The rear bumper looks good too with the rhino lining. Still missing the badges and a few stickers here and there, but overall this truck came out pretty good. I do like the tinted headlights. They look pretty cool. I don't know how they're gonna be in the dark as far as driving, but that's gonna be it on this video. There's gonna be more videos on this truck, like the side steps, and then also the maintenance. Everything on this truck is leaking. It's at 140,000 miles on it, and everything's leaking. Like the rear main seal is leaking, and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned for more videos like this one, and I actually have another build coming today, getting delivered today, and I want to show a sneak peek of that. So this one's pretty destroyed, so stay tuned for that. But like and subscribe, and later.